So I had the grand idea of recording this in my garden, so you can just about see all the nice dead plants behind me thanks to the English heatwave. I just wanted to record something that came up on the forum today that I think is really important, and that's about the difference in the amount of mental energy that you have to put into eating, thinking about eating, planning food, making food, eating food, when you're in the depths of an eating disorder versus when you're in recovery. Now, one would have thought that perhaps in recovery it's a lot easier because your brain is better nourished and you don't have to think quite as much as you did when you were suffering. But actually, come to think of it, when I was really, really ill, it was actually quite easy because all I did was get up, do exactly what I'd done every single day for however long. I just exercised the amount that I thought I had to do. I ate the pathetic safe food that I thought I had to do. And I went to bed and I got up the next day and did it all again. And therefore, it was almost like there was a kind of sense of calm inside to some degree, which meant I could just get on with my full-time job as well. So I held down a relatively responsible job. I certainly didn't do it to the best of my ability because of my eating disorder, because I'd sort of had my brain shrunk for years, but at least I did okay. And then I started to recover, and I had to quit my full-time job. I would spend the entire day writing down little meal plans and ideas and thoughts and quotes, and it was just exhausting, and I had to put so much thought and energy, and it took days and days of research, building myself up, telling loads of people in order to try something slightly different for dinner. We could be talking putting a different dressing on some food, for example, and it just took days to implement any kind of little change. And I quit my job and I spent a year doing nothing. I literally, all I could do was kind of waft around town from coffee shop to coffee shop and think about recovery and plan recovery and work on recovery. And now I'm further on and I've got a part-time job, which it's a very easy part-time job. It's not using my skills really, but it's fine. And to be honest, it's all I can do at the moment. I can't imagine having to do my previous job now. Now I have so much to think about in terms of recovery. So yeah, I think it was just a really important point. And I think it's completely fine that when you're in recovery, you need to spend that time. You need to focus on it. And it's completely fine that you're thinking about it all the time. As long as after every kind of episode of thinking about it, you make the right positive decision, then it's okay. Because obviously, when I say thinking about it, you're not just making all these grand plans and then, doing them straight away easily. You've got all the anorexia thoughts or other eating disorder thoughts still there. So it does take a lot of time to work through them and fight them all. And as long as at the end of it, you've come out with the right thing in your shopping basket, then it was all worth it. Even if you didn't, as long as you've learned from that, and then next time you do get the right thing, or the minute you realize it's the wrong thing, you go back in there and get something else, then it's fine. So yeah, I think the message is it really is okay to think about recovery a lot when you need to. It's the most important job you'll ever do.